Well, hello, 'tis I. It is day, I don't know, 43, I think. I should add it up, but it doesn't really matter. Of my 100-day challenge. I'm almost halfway there. Yesterday's video, as you know, if you've been following, was very brief. I had set an alarm to go off, and I'm glad I did because otherwise I'd be getting a new tattoo. Um, Also, it's 2 weeks into my Facebook challenge. I haven't talked much about that. I've been off of Facebook for 2 weeks so far, 30 days in total, coming back to it July 22nd, as a result of a consequence that I made for a challenge. I did a no alcohol challenge and then proceeded to have a terrible week and chose to swap out a couple of glasses of wine for 30 for implementing the consequence that I had said, which was 30 days off of Facebook. And it's going well. I mean, I miss Facebook. Mostly what I miss about Facebook is, oddly enough, the search engine function that tells you where you are, like nearby things, nearby places, nearby restaurants. And the on this day, I missed a couple of important anniversaries. Pam's funeral day was a year ago, like a week ago, and I missed that. So I'm missing a lot of interesting things on this day. And then, of course, keeping up with what's going on with everybody's lives. So I do miss it, but it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, which is good. Of course, I'm still, making videos, and I'm on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. And, I think I may have mentioned this a few days ago. Snapchat has a new filter. Not a new filter, they do, but I'm talking about a new feature where you can go and see people's stories from around the whole world. And I really, really love this feature because it just really highlights the commonality of our experience. So one of my daughters got some terrible news today, and I don't know if I'm at liberty to say, so I won't, but it's devastating to her. And as a parent, you really struggle when you watch your children hurt and go through life events that are painful. And the particular news that she's gotten is, it's the natural cycle of life kind of stuff. She didn't do anything to cause this. It's just part of being alive on the planet. And it's the kind of thing that happens to everybody. But it's still devastating and painful when it happens. Last year when Pam died, I was devastated. I cannot begin to describe to you the depth of the grief that I had for losing my best friend of 33 years. And so when things happen to your children and you can't prevent them from hurting, because like my daughter is the kind of person that she's very, when bad things happen to her, she becomes introverted and doesn't want to see anybody or talk to anybody. She just kind of pulls in. So, my natural tendency as a mother is to rush to her side and be like, oh, honey, here's a casserole. But that's not what's best for her. And relating to the Snapchat filter thing, I look like yesterday morning or something, I used the Snapchat feature to go over to Saudi Arabia, and there was this mall in Riyadh, and these people were just, taking video of their Saturday morning in, at the mall. And there were people walking along with their shopping bags and eating what appeared to be frozen yogurt. And then the next story was there was this, like, a really fat cat. And then, people singing happy birthday. And I do this regularly. I go to, Saudi Arabia, and then I go to Sweden, or I go to Jamaica, or I go to Florida, or I went to Peoria, Illinois, and people were singing happy birthday, and eating frozen yogurt and going to the mall and looking at their pets. And it's so bizarre to me because it's like, on the one hand, the stories of our lives are so huge to us and they matter so much to us and our loves and our losses, and the intensity of the emotion is so strong that you think surely it must be so very important. And then you get a little, 60-second glimpse into somebody else's life on the other side of the world who you will never meet. And they all have the same struggles and challenges and life cycles and loves and hates. And I'm consistently blown away by that dichotomy. That, like, to me, the things that matter so much to me, like, I get so upset about stuff in my life, my non-housebroken dog, and, work, and the drama with the client that isn't happy, or, no, I'm sorry, all my clients are happy. But, all that, like, it all just seems so important. And, oh, and she said this and he did that. And so it's just like so big. And then you see the world and you realize we're so small in terms of there's so many billions of people on the planet and everyone is living their own story. And I was telling Leah today, I like to think of the earth as a being too. Like, our bodies have cells and microorganisms and stuff inside, and we're not those cells and microorganisms. They're part of the whole, but they're each individual little entities inside of you. And, like, what if the people on earth are like cells of a whole, and that the earth itself has a consciousness? And if it does, if the earth itself has a consciousness, I guess this is probably a topic for another day, but what do we do to make sure that it stays healthy? What do we do to eradicate the parts of our collective that are cancers and are destructive? And how do we shift the balance to health and wholeness and beauty? And, I'm envisioning this bright blue earth of ours with clouds and storms, and thinking it's all one thing. Our earth is one thing. And then we go down and we have tiny little microscopic experiences that are our lives. And then you go down further and you have a tiny little microscopic experience of a day, or a thought, or an emotion. And then you zoom back out in your mind to the earth. And it just blows me away to think about all the individual consciousnesses that go to make up the big earth consciousness. And I sound like I've been smoking weed. Yeah, man. It's like the time-space continuum, but without the time or the space. Anyway, food for thought. I will be back tomorrow for my video. It's going to be a very busy day at work with the global consciousness. Oh, I'm such a hippie. Vegan, vegan, tree hugger, meditating. The only thing I don't do is yoga. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.